Welcome back, internet friends. We, at the break, you all just had some disquieting visions. And Thomas almost gave Fritos free publicity again. And you bring us back, so you know when it's happening.
Yeah, you could finish eating the Fritos first, my friend.
He's on the zeros and ones.
I want to thank Nat Zykovich for this bit to the players to not go insane too fast.
Ooh.
Oh man!
Everyone's drinks were exposed.
You hit the cat, but it bounced.
Thank you so much for that bit. First time giver, I think, which is exciting. I always like it when a name I don't recognize is giving us bits. Thanks for coming along for this trip.
Not only that, first time chat was to give us bits.
Well, that is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is, that's a way to make an entry.
Yeah.
That's. We'll remember the name, whatever your name was.
Like the one that had to be phonetically spelled for Thomas.
Which one?
I would like to see Thomas spell that name, actually. That would be fun to put that up there.
KNATT_.
Ooh, you love the underscores.
ZYCO.
This is the worst spelling.
ZYKOVI. Okay.
It's got super Polish in there.
Man.
ZYSKI.
Yeah.
So yeah, you all the lights went out in the hall, and as we come back, those of you that speak Chinese can definitely hear grousing. As people, what's going on? Yeah, if you speak Chinese, make me a Chinese roll.
One.
A little bit.
Wow.
Wow.
How can I...
Oh, 91.
89 out of, I mean, I'm an idiot.
No, you're so, I mean, you're native, so you'll get this, but
Okay.
Everyone who speaks Chinese gets the gist of this, but if you made the roll, and with an odd one, you get, people are angry about, they're like, everybody, like, because you get the tonal part of this.
They switched to Cantonese.
But there's grousing about, oh, this room's unlucky, shouldn't have had this here. Why do they...
Does anyone mention having visions or anything, or is it just...
I pipe in with this place is haunted.
He's just going behind different people. Like,
Oh no, but I'm in there. I'm with the rest of them. Like, no, this is bad luck.
no one is mentioning anything about that. And again, for you, this is just immediate. But for you four, there's definitely a sense of some small amount of time has passed. There's 15 seconds of your life that are gone.
Yeah. And I jolted up to my feet when that bird was coming at me. With that natural world roll, did I recognize what kind of a bird it was?
No, it was some big
Just
black
big
bird.
black.
It was dark,
Sure.
but you definitely got the peach thing.
Okay. And I'm just looking around, still smelling the peach. Just
Big bird covered in tar coming straight at you.
jeez.
I don't have, where's my crowbar?
Where's my cane? Oh no, it's right there.
And so yeah, you are like you realize you're standing up. You come to standing up, and you don't remember standing up. And you see the president is down browbeating that poor kid by the magic lantern, going like, "What's going on? Come on, what's going on? And why are the lights out?" And then he locks eyes with you. He's like, "Eugene!"
Are the lights out in the room?
Yes.
Are they out on the machine?
That both.
Everything.
Okay.
No, the power's out.
How can we see anything?
I'll go check the circuit breaker.
There's residual light around.
Gotcha.
It seems like Baz's wine is kind of just standing at the podium like...
Now what?
Yeah, I
Looking
head
at-
out to the circuit breaker.
All right, so yeah, you'll head out, and there's, whoever was on shift is there. Actually, you get there before them, and you think you could get in and fix it, but it might mess up your clothes.
I mean, I'm just gonna flip it first, and then if I could have gotten Fang to go run back and forth to tell me if the lights are back on.
Hold on. I don't go out with you. I am stealing cocktail wieners.
That's not until after.
No one.
Yeah, people
Just
Ho Fang is sneaking to where the reception
There we
is,
go.
Exactly. That's where I'm going. I'm going to get a
filling a
Yeah.
pocket.
Gotta
Well,
go
then
to catering, yeah.
I'm just gonna start by flipping the breakers on and off, and then
Those
going
days
back
you-
and checking.
Okay.
Actually, you don't flip breakers. Like
You
I
flip
lived
breakers at
in
the
no,
time?
no,
Why?
no. You put like new little
Yeah,
circuit
so
connectors.
so
There's
the
fuses?
Oh, like the
yeah,
fuses.
so the
Yep.
the fuse would blow and like the resistor would be gone inside of
Yeah.
it, and so you
Then
have
I'll
to
just pop out. That's not that hard.
You have to put,
But
like,
that'll be the first thing I
the
check.
old
Is I'll
school
just
way
put
is
the,
to put a penny in there and hope
Yeah.
to God you don't burn down your
yeah,
house.
that is the quick fix. Unfortunately,
No, we don't have to worry about. We're equipped. We have fuses.
China does
Okay.
not use copper to make its money,
Right.
so the penny thing does not work.
Oh, silver's still conductive.
Silver less so, but are you
I'm
going to
not
put a
gonna-
silver
No,
dollar?
I'm gonna put a fuse in
It will
there.
not last long.
I'm just gonna swap out the fuse then.
Ho Fang's like, yoink!
yeah.
I found $1. It hurt, but I found it.
I got a little shock getting that thing.
So yeah, you definitely see some the fuses blown for this, and so and when we're talking fuses, this is like a vacuum tube
Yep.
kind of thing, and so when whoever is on duty gets whoever's on shift tonight gets here, they're gonna have to go back to the maintenance room and get the fuse for this.
Don't keep the fuses.
No.
And
No,
I'll go
'cause
to the maintenance room. Like,
You have
that's-
learned that anything that is left, students will take anything that is left around.
Okay, yeah.
So you're
Go
just
down
gonna,
to. I'm not gonna wing this.
are you going to tell the president you're doing this or anything? Do you want credit for this? Or?
I mean, he looked at me and
Yeah.
and I said I'll go take care of it. So
And he's like, as he's gone, he's like looking around. Where is Eugene?
I told him that I was going to go do it. So if he ignored me, he's an ass.
Oh, I can tell him for you.
All right, so you guys are milling around in a
Yes.
dark room.
Yes, yes.
Did we get? What do you got, Thomas?
Calming down, people.
I like he's typing it here. Why don't you just say?
I will just say, J. Matthews 85. To Ren, you may not have luck, but you have friends.
Oh, man! Thank you very much, Jay Matthews. I am blessed in my friends. You were very close.
And I'll go grab some gloves too, some nice insulated gloves.
Not a bad idea.
Because those things get hot, and I'm kind of using the walk down to there to like let stuff cool off before I.
So
try and
on the way to the
change.
maintenance room, you pass Mr. Show, who is the guy on shift, and he's like trudging up there. He's got like a little toolkit. He's like, he sees you. He goes, "Oh, hey, heard there was a problem in room 5."
Oh no, the fuses went out. I'm gonna go get the replacements. Like half of them just.
He's
it
like,
was roughly half.
So
of them
you're
got
gonna
burnt
take
out.
care. You're gonna take care of this?
Just real quick, yeah.
Okay, great. And he keeps walking towards the hall. He's like, I gotta get to FaceTime with the boss.
Yes. I would tell the boss that, because I hear him yelling for Eugene. So
Yeah.
I would go over and say, oh yes, no, Eugene's on it. He went out. He's going to get the fuses.
Okay, I just want the lights back on. We have a guest. This is terrible. And he's like now school marming people in the audience, going, "Hey, don't be rude in front of our guest. Stop! Stop!"
Can
So, like,
we
the-
get to talk to the guest? Can we go over there and talk to them at all?
Probably.
Yes.
He's kind of nervous.
Well,
but-
I will try.
Okay, yeah. So again, he's sort of a small man with a big mustache.
Well, I know Hindustani,
Okay, well that.
so I was going to welcome him and say sorry for this, but we'll get it fixed soon. We know the people who fix these things.
All right, make me a Hindustani roll.
Critical fail. This is the time.
No, I made it.
All right, yeah. He like smiles and he looks at you and then he says in English, "Well, thank you. It is very very nice to meet you and to be here. This is I'm very excited and hopefully I will be able to present photos."
Oh, I hope so. I'm very fascinated by what you're talking and the Silk Road, and I hope to be able to do that someday.
Well, it is an arduous journey these days. So, make sure you're well prepared. You need a very well prepared expedition.
Oh, what does well prepared? What, I can pull out my journal, and I'm listening because I'm learning. What does it mean to be well prepared on this path?
I think you want to have probably a caravan of 50 to 100 mules and camels to carry the food and water, the supplies you need. A great deal of the journey is over desert, and there will be days in the desert where there's nothing around. Are you going to travel the Silk Road?
I would love to. It's one of those things I've aspired to go and see. I want to find out about all the different. I worked on my Hindustani so I can hear and listen and talk to people about the mythology.
Mythology is a loaded Western term. For you, mythology is men without shirts throwing lightning bolts. For us, it is life.
Life.
Mythology are stories to explain things that have happened that we didn't understand.
Right, exactly.
For
People
us,
think about that.
we understand, but we tell the stories of the things we understand.
Oh.
This is not mythology.
Oh.
This is theology.
Oh. Well, that's
And the difference,
interesting.
I believe, is key in understanding the true meaning of this journey. So you get back with the fuse and make me an electrical repair roll.
On 100.
If you take out the power.
Oh, 95. Does that
It's not a
quite-
fumble, so
Do we want to?
Come on.
Do it.
It can only get worse.
It can. It
Well,
can
hold
get
on, I haven't
worse.
accepted it yet.
That's fair.
Because it'd be great to blow out all of these fuses and have to go get another set.
lights go out across the third of Beijing.
If you roll again, you could Emma it.
It's possible. It's difficult. Okay, all right.
That'll give me more opportunity to steal more cocktail wieners.
But see, here's the thing. I could have pushed it, and you denied me.
I mean, you can push it after this.
That's true.
Okay, that's actually that should be very good. Yeah, that's a hard success.
All right. So yeah, you manage. The lights come up, and Professor Wan's like, "All right, come on, everybody, sit down. Please, Mr. Baz's wine." And he will go back into his presentation, and he talks about how there are actually multiple Silk Roads. That at many times the road would fork. So there'd be an upper passage and a lower passage, and depending on where you were going, you might take either one, or if you had mules versus camels, you might take the hills up into the mountains versus the desert, that sort of thing. And so, but he says it was these ancient trade networks weren't called the Silk Road. That name actually came about in 1877. A German man, Ferdinand von Richthofen, and then he sort of impishly goes, uncle of the World War I flying ace, called them that. He gave them that name. They were started in the Han Dynasty in the 2nd century BC, and then they lasted until the mid 15th century when they the influx of naval shipping, and also the Ottoman Empire cutting off trade through the Balkans brought them down. Most of the trade was silk, but and now he gets a little philosophical. But the real trade was culture, and this brought ideas and religion and thoughts from the west to the east and from the east to the west. silk was the main thing traded, and for centuries, China protected the secrets of how to make silk from the rest of the world. That was the most closely guarded secret in all of Imperial China. There were markets in every oasis as you would travel along. It started in Xi'an, which at that time was the capital of China, Chang'an. It traveled up the Kansu corridor to the oasis town of Tanhuang, where it split into 3 main routes. The most northerly path avoided the dreaded Taklamakan Desert by going beyond the Tianshan Mountains. The other 2, the northern and southern Silk Roads, skirted the edges of the Tarim Basin and relied heavily on the oasis towns. There would be underground camps to get out of the sun, where people could go and spend the night. The northern route passed through the Jade Gate of the Great Wall of China to Turfan and beyond, before finally reaching Kashgar at the farthest end of the Taklamakan. Then there was a spur that led up into Mongolia, and that is the route that many modern-day Russian refugees have taken to flee that nation. The southern route left China through the Yangquan, the Sun Gate, and headed along the edge of the Kunlun Mountains via Khotan and Yarkand. You don't need to remember these names, don't worry about it. And I'll actually put this, you'll have a copy of this
cool.
thing.
Thank you.
So he goes on about all this stuff, but then he wants to come back to Tanhuang, and he starts to put up pictures of the Cave of 1,000 Buddhas, which are these beautiful, intricate paintings that you totally recognize from your vision. Make me a sanity roll. Because you feel like you've been there, but you've never been there.
I make it.
You're surprisingly okay with that. But you recognize these pictures feel like the place you saw in your vision.
That means I am sane because it's real, not something I made up.
There you go. He says when the explorer Sir Mark Aurel Stein visited them in 1907, he collected an enormous cache of books and art treasures, some 40,000 manuscripts, including the oldest known book known to man, the Diamond Sutra, and 5 large cases of statues and paintings. And as he's saying this, everybody make me a Chinese roll.
56 success.
2.
No.
All right, so you're native, and so you definitely, excuse me, you definitely get that there is a cross section of folks in here, and you know anybody who made the roll will hear this, but you totally nail this. That are, they're like that. Some people are standing up and yelling "thieves" as he's talking about this.
So I can hear grumbling or whatever, and I'm just like.
Yeah, well, it's not like there's this is going beyond grumbling. This is anger, as people
somebody yells "thieves" and you're just like with the
Yeah.
cocktail in your mouth.
I take that wallet and just whip it like over into the corner.
Mr. Baza's wine is kind of taken aback, and you get the sense he doesn't speak Chinese, but he knows when people are angry, and.
Sure.
The president stands up. He's like, "Stop! All of you, stop right now! This is not the way we behave in front of guests." He says in very stern Chinese. This is not how we behave in front of guests. Please, Mr. Baz's wine. He continues in English. Please continue. And he winds up very quickly after this. It looks like he's skipping a lot of stuff about all of the great stuff they found and took away from the Cave of 1,000 Buddhas. But he's like, I think I know. You can see like the poor guy going like, I think I can bring this around. And of course, your esteemed former president, Mr. Langdon Walker, who is now at there to examine the cave's magnificent Buddhist murals. And he stops waiting for applause, and there's just silence.
like sit back a little bit in my
yeah.
chair because
know.
I've been around long enough to get some of the politics that are going on. You'd be like, that wasn't a good call, friend.
And so the president will like he's in the front row. He stands up and he starts angry clapping, like glaring at everyone. And they're just like, the crowd has turned on this. Are you guys clapping?
I am.
Yeah.
I slide my chair away.
I have to be at this university afterwards. I'm not angering my colleagues here.
I just was being polite.
So there's and then he says, please, I'd like to invite, the president says, I'd like to invite all of you to join us in the lobby for drinks and refreshments. And Mr. Baz's wine will be there, and I hope that everyone that comes will behave appropriately. He says that last part in Chinese. And then he starts to lead Mr. Baz's wine up the aisle, and he's like, "Oh, that went very well. I thought that was fair." And are you sure they seemed angry? Is this?
During the presentation, was there anything that Tiger would have attached to, like, that looks expensive? And
Oh yeah, everything in the Cave of 1,000. In the Cave of
Okay.
1,000 Buddhas, there were. It looked like gold filigree was used in some of the paintings, and so there was like gold on the wall, which is super cool. There were all these statues there that looked really neat.
Okay.
Did any of those statues look like Buddha statues?
Well,
that
they're
were-
all
They're
Buddhas, but they
Buddhas.
didn't look like the Buddhas you are worried about.
How big were those that I had visions of?
They were
Like
they were
life-size,
larger
or-
than life. They were like probably maybe 5 foot tall, but also 5 foot wide because they're Buddha.
Yeah.
So the president will lead Mr. Baz's wine out. You guys are all going to the cocktail.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Are we?
The awkward
Hold on,
cocktail hour?
that's a question that needs to be answered.
It's free food and drinks, my friend. I've only eaten once today.
True.
She says eating cocktail.
If people go there and they drink, that's a powder keg. Unless our duty is clear, and that's to drink all the alcohol before anyone else can.
Yes.
I was going to go in the opposite direction, that we should stay, I at least intend to stay sober so that we can get the fellow out of there if the mood turns a little bit too violent. a
Do
little
you
bit
think
too angry.
Gideon's actually going to stay after that?
Most of the
performance?
people it looks like are not. They're like storming out
Yes,
and leaving.
they're
Good.
I really want to ask him what else he found there. He clearly skipped over
Yes,
quite a lot of
yes.
things because everyone's upset, and I just really want to know what else they found
Yeah,
there.
I'm wondering if there's some sort of
Cheese tray? Me too.
room or cave or something where these Buddhas like you turn away and then they move at you and then you come back and then they're there again and
Everyone roll psychology.
Can we?
I mean, everyone can roll, but
and I'm just kind of like
Oh,
I
yes.
didn't make it.
I made it.
I
I
didn't.
made my psychology check.
Like he is talking. Like this feels like something he's actually worried about.
really,
made the
really
roll.
quick.
Yes.
After I had fixed the circuits, I would have wanted to I want to get back. I would want to get back in time and not miss too much. But like after having the vision, I try to do like a little trot to see how my light like.
Oh no, your leg's
Oh.
still. It's still. You still need that cane.
Okay.
So there are some people at the, but not a lot, and no one is talking. Like the president and Mr. Baz's wine are sort of standing awkwardly, kind of close to where the food is, and so it looks like people are talking to them, but really people are just getting food and moving away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
yes,
What?
we should
Yeah,
approach.
let's do what everyone else
Yeah, as you
does
come
and
in,
let's-
the
let's
president
avoid
like looks you and goes, "Ah, good."
Yes,
Yes, of course.
Oh, I'm just a groundskeeper. I go.
good.
Mr. Baz's wine. These are. Allow me to introduce you to two of our visiting faculty, and he'll introduce you to, and Sophie Sophie looks at you and goes, "And what's your name?"
I'm like eating. Like I have a full tray of cheese, and I'm
Yeah, you
just
somehow
eating.
have already got like as you walk by, you were just like, "Hey, you are a hungry one, huh?"
Exactly, and I just keep eating.
Growing children, what can you do about them?
Well, thank you for coming to my talk.
It was deeply fascinating. I was very much curious about some of the other things that you might have found there. I couldn't help but notice that you wrapped that section up a little bit quickly.
Yeah,
And
how much would a Buddha be if I sold it on the black market and then just shoved like another thing of cheese in my mouth?
I am a photographer and a photojournalist, not an archaeologist.
So you've only taken pictures of the things and somebody else was taking them.
The archaeologist over here.
I know. I'm just like, yes. Very, very yes. I get it.
So which archaeologist did you work with there?
I spoke with Mr. Walker, who is there.
He is there at the moment.
Yes, he is in the Cave of Thousand Buddhas.
Lessons back.
And the president says about that.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Bazizwan, if you will excuse me, I just need to speak with these nice folks for just a minute. And he's like, well, I suppose I could use a drink.
I hit Dr. Pops. I'm like, here it comes. We're in trouble now.
Yeah, probably.
He says, after this party, I need you all to come to my office.
All right. Is everything all right?
And he looks shaken. And he says, and he'll go, and he holds out a telegram. It is to Wong and Lei. It is from Langdon Warner. And it says, Wang, need urgent help. Stop. Send people immediately. Stop. Don't care who. Stop. Just get them to Tun Huang. Stop. And then it says in all caps, emergency. Stop. And he hands you this, and he says, I don't know.
But
What sort of emergency would he need?
I have no idea.
well, send the army.
Whose?
Oh,
Yes, the warlords are not that interested in folklore, as they dismissively call it. But look, get through this party. We're gonna get through this party, and then come to my office, and I'm sending you to Tun Huang. Even the kid. Again.
Where's that?
It's along the route that Mr. Baziswan was talking about.
Does it have the gold statues?
Was
Yes,
That,
yeah.
Was that place of 1,000?
Well, I mean, it had paintings with gold in them. Yeah.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, sweet.
yes, the beautiful cave with all the artwork.
Money.
Yes, I'll bring a bag.
I avoided this conversation, right? Because this would be a perfect time to walk up with a plate of food.
Immediately walk away. Yes, the child is cute. But make sure that Warner is safe. I'm very worried about this.
Do you know how long it will take to get there?
Well, yes, it's quite. Look, we'll talk after this party is over.
Okay.
Just act normal.
Yes.
of course.
So I try and lift somebody's wallet.
Stop that! Why are you dressed like a waiter? As a matter of, people have started. You have
Yeah.
a cheese plate. People have started taking things off your cheese plate, like you're passing hors d'oeuvres.
But that also gives me an idea where I'm like, oh, I could actually take the entire hors d'oeuvres plate and I'm sped, and nobody would even care. I just walk around with it like this and be like, one for me, one for you, one for me, one for you.
The actual waiters are like, who's the new guy?
You're gonna be like the possum that broke into the bakery and found this enormous tummy unable to get out at the end of the night.
I mean, my pockets are already full of cans of cocktail wieners.
Cans? They didn't. The university was, I mean, look, I know academics are not known for the spreads they put out, but they did better than just putting out the cans of cocktail.
No, I went when the lights went out. I actually snuck into the back.
Oh, you went in the kitchen.
I went into the catering area
Right.
and loaded up on the OG stuff for later, so I had something for dinner.
When I went to college, they were famous for making a 5-foot-long sub sandwich that was at every gathering of anything like that, and they would cut it into weirdly, oddly sized
they're
pieces.
like
yeah, my university did that too.
Yep.
And it was mostly bread.
Yeah, and dry bread at that.
So once I don't know.
And the professor is now like trying to find someone who will talk to Sophie and Baza's wine, like, and people are like backing it. There's this dance of like,
Yeah, if we get a moment alone.
yeah.
So I don't know if when the lights went out, I had this vision.
You had a vision too.
Yes, it was weird. It was the Buddhist, like I said, the Buddha statues. They were closing in on me.
What? They were moving?
Yes, they were giant statues, like 5 foot by 5 foot,
I was.
Don't you use meters?
like a meter by a meter and a half.
1.5 meters by 1.5 meters.
There you go. I had a vision. I was in a cave with some sort of a giant bird flying at me, and when it reached me, it exploded into peach blossoms, maybe? Smelled like peach.
What do peach blossoms mean?
No. Well, when I was
Actually, that's a great question.
What am I rolling?
Let's roll your feng shui roll.
Feng shui? Okay.
Would that be something that would be covered under anthropology, perhaps? Like the study of the people?
yeah.
I'd be looking, well,
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, if you want to know what they represent, I'd accept an anthropology roll, sure.
Okay.
Oh, that's
You could also roll a cult.
I do not have a cult. I have
No?
fire.
no clue. Usually peaches.
Anthropology.
I mean, plants are life, you know,
Yeah. So,
42 out of 52.
on anthropology.
Yes.
So you'll...
Oh, no, excuse me. 42 out of 40.
Okay.
Not
I
like
mean,
that.
in general, like health, growth,
I should try
prosperity,
mine.
somewhere in
Yeah.
that. But most likely peaches.
Any...
No, fail.
Let me try.
I don't have anything to roll for this.
Ooh.
Yeah, 5% Nicole.
I just rolled a
And I
55,
got
so
a
no.
hard success for anthropology.
All right, so the Romans thought that peaches came from here. And so they called them, oh gosh, what was it? It was, let's see here. I read that they mentioned this in here, and I was like, oh, that's fascinating. I want to bring that back. But
I'm delighted that that specific piece of information is in there.
Well, they were also, weren't they the divine fruit that Sun Wukong
yeah,
ate?
yeah, peaches were
Oh.
like when he would like hibernate through time. Like peaches were the divine fruit that would like that was his sustenance.
Oh, fascinating.
Darn it, where did I see that in here? Maybe if I search Roman.
That is the nice thing about a PDF as opposed to a book.
Yes, you
So
can
it
see-
means.
Here we go.
All right, here we
You
go.
ate too much for dinner and you need to sleep it off.
Yeah.
I haven't had dinner. Well, I had a little bit of dinner.
So the Romans thought peaches, they called peaches Persian apples. They thought they came from Persia, but they actually do come from this part of the world, the Tarim Basin, that is one of the parts of the Silk Road. Alexander the Great took them back to Greece, and that's how they were introduced to the West. But they've appeared in like writing in China. You got a hard success. So like
Yes.
China has been writing about peaches since like the 10th century BC. So there's a whole history behind all the peaches. So that's what you would get from that is that the Romans thought they came from Persia, but they actually came from here. And you'll also get that bit about how in the book about the guy who travels along the Silk Road, peaches were like a holy fruit that holy men would eat.
Awesome. So yes, I was also in a cave. I saw a beautiful painting of a caravan, but it had a truculent camel staring at me. And I had a crowbar, and I bashed that picture, and a tunnel appeared. And that's when I woke up.
I wonder what's in that. Well,
Was it just? Did you have?
Yeah, I have a
Visions.
dream. Indoor plumbing.
he has a dream.
I mean,
What a glorious dream.
you stay in the boiler room. There's.
But of my own. I
You want your own boiler room.
bathroom.
Ah.
Not boiler room plumbing, but
Yeah.
Eugene, did you see anything?
My cane got stolen. Some
Sorry,
little people,
I'm
little
sorry.
people stole my cane.
Have a sausage. I apologize for that one time I stole your cane and hid it someplace, and I thought it was
That was
hilarious.
you?
Yeah. else would it be?
Little people like tiger or like?
I am huge, like a tiger.
Yes, little.
I say, looking down at him.
All 4'11".
Yep, I am fierce.
You can certainly be fierce and still be tiny.
Yep, and still hide from ghosts.
Apparently, you just have. No, no, they'll get out of the house. We found that out the hard way.
Interesting.
So the ghosts are gonna haunt you three.
Did
Unless we go back and we put an end to it.
the
Unless they go back and put an end to it.
Ah.
the
No.
power went
Our
out?
souls are clean.
The power went out in the trolley,
We were in the trap.
in the tram.
And it felt like someone was watching me. I don't know if anyone else felt like that.
Yes.
But in a very different way than normal being a white woman in this area.
I was
Focused
No, you
on
people
us,
watch
yes?
when you go out.
Yes.
It's,
Okay, I thought it was only me, but yes.
and and I was
it's
looking
just
for.
par for the course.
Eugene.
What?
What do you mean just par for the course? This is...
No, I go out, I go and people stare.
No, I experienced that as well. It was different than that. It wasn't like a person was watching, just a general sense of being watched.
Oh, I just thought it was extra uncomfortable given the situation.
Well, it was extra uncomfortable, but I don't know why.
But then the second time the lights went out.
Well, no, those were blown fuses.
Well, right, but the second time the lights went out.
And we were
We saw
in
it.
the fourth room. We shouldn't have been in that room.
was
That was
five.
just misfortune.
It was 5.
It's numbered 5, but
It's numbered 5,
oh.
but it's
It's 4.
yeah,
Oh.
it's the room of death.
But we saw.
Hold on.
We saw.
Can I make a roll on the room of death?
What do you want to roll?
I don't know. Bullshit.
Bullshit! Everyone knows it's the room of death.
You can make a psychology roll.
God, I can't read these things. It's
You
45.
can re-ink those.
Yeah.
Have you figured out it's the room of death?
It's under P.
It's under P. I have a 1. No, I have. Ooh, I've got a 16 psychology. That's a
All right.
success.
All right, yeah. He seems pretty serious about this whole 4 being bad thing. Maybe not quite room of
Oh,
death.
okay.
Well, I mean, but it is the room of death.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take a
it wasn't.
swig.
It wasn't a
We're talking about
heartfelt
room of death. Take
but
a
it's
swig.
it's the colloquial room of death. You know,
You know.
it's not where you hold a presentation where you're drawing extra power with that power hogging.
Did they just? Did the workers? Were they superstitious and just do bad wiring in room 4?
You just came from a haunted house. It's just
He's so
you don't
blasé
tempt fate.
about everything.
Do you think that we were followed from that place?
The man that I took his wallet.
I just said no. I just said that. I just pointed out. Yeah, you have to go deal with it. It's unresolved. You're all haunted.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're haunted.
I enjoyed the separation there. You're all haunted.
No.
Comedy is you being haunted. Tragedy is me being haunted.
We're just passionate.
Well, you all had these deep visions,
Yes.
and then I just had a daydream about my cane getting stolen.
And what was your cane stolen by?
Little people.
Little people like yay tall or little
Well,
people
the
like
perspective
tiger
was
tall?
hard to. From the window, it was
Eugene,
yes.
I can tell when you're bullshitting.
They were particularly small, but it wasn't.
He was
Let's put
overpowered
things
by a
into
baby.
context. A giant blackbird exploding into peach petals. Some little people stole my walking stick. It was,
But
they're very little people.
Very little people.
They're little people
More
exploding giant blackbird into peach petals.
like both of them have mythological ties.
Is the president looking at us as
Well,
this
okay.
gets weirder and more
Actually, the
heated?
president is like telling you. You look at the president. He's to the caterer. He's like, just get everything. Close this. Wrap this up.
Ooh, that's a good signal because I need to start like putting stuff on my plate.
You need to start clearing those trays
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Take the train. Let's go.
Tiger, do you have a messenger bag that you can put things into? You should get one of those.
No, I should get one because I'm gonna take some stuff home from our next location.
I have a spare that you can have. If
Thank
you.
you.
Like.
So
Wait, how is mine mythological though?
Do you not know stories of little people? Of the little Fairies, basically.
Elves.
Maybe not here, but at least in European mythology.
These look like fairies.
What is the word I'm looking for? Brownies.
Brownies. Oh.
I
they
know what a
were-
brownie
they
looks
were-
like.
Me too.
So-
These were not brownies.
The Macfagel.
In
Wait,
fact,
different
they
stories.
were actually dressed really like flamboyantly. Lots of color, lots of nice little fabrics.
You were at the circus.
Fairies.
Ah, see, that makes more sense.
Does.
Flamboyantly dressed children thieves.
Yep.
Where's Fagin?
How tall were they, approximately?
3-ish feet.
Yeah. They were they were small.
Right, okay. Well, you can think that all you like, but I do not believe for a moment that we were haunted by what was going on down there. That was different. What was in that house?
Very scary. This wasn't scary. This was exciting.
So hold on.
Scary too.
A day after coming from a haunted house.
It's 2 days.
2 days. You're seeing visions, and
still
you don't
drinking
think
too
it's
much.
related to the haunted house.
You saw a vision too.
Yeah, and I was at the haunted house.
Yes, but you went downstairs. So if you
In
think
the
that
haunted
it's connected
house.
to the three of us that were down there, then it wouldn't
But
be
it's
attached
most
to you.
severe. You all interacted.
I didn't interact
directly
with
with the-
anything.
the thing.
It was in my face. Not
It
interacted.
interacted
Yeah,
with me.
it was
I was
yeah.
interacted upon.
Yeah, I was interacted upon as well. How is that
No,
different?
I'm more.
No,
peripheral
but
is
you
what I'm
you
saying.
you were next to the guard who was
Who was
taken over.
possessed, but not near the body or the jars. I wasn't in the room with the ghost
Why are we
organ
arguing
jars.
about this?
Tiger also was
I'm
not
just
down there.
saying.
Exactly.
There's
did-
a lot of correlation here.
What was your
Correlation
vision?
does not
Did
equal
you
causation.
Well,
Sir?
that's true, but what's your hypothesis?
My hypothesis is that there was a problem that was out there, and now we're dealing with a very different problem here. And it has to do with whatever he found out there. Because it all came around with him.
And the thing that
I say nodding over to Baz and Swan. I can't pronounce his
Wayne.
name, I'm sorry. Baz and Wayne.
and
Cursed
Landon
us is what you're saying.
Landon needs help and he's out on a he is in trouble. He probably is helping vampires.
Look, let's go to the meeting with the president and hear him out. And if this problem follows us a couple of days down the road, then we can come back and deal with it. But otherwise, I am not going to accept
Well,
that
what if things escalate? What if that? I'm just saying.
Well,
Let's leave here. Let's
So
leave
one
here.
thing that you are aware of is that
That this module takes place on the Silk Road.
Well, and we need to actually get onto the freaking Silk Road, Nick.
well, no. One thing, like I'll tell you one thing you're aware of is that so you guess that from Beijing to Xi'an is probably 3 days. From Xi'an to Tunhuang is months. That's going to be that's a big expedition. As you will, you'll travel along. It's weeks, I shouldn't say.
Sure.
It's weeks, but it is a big haul, and so that's where you'll deal with the kind of the expedition part of it and that sort of thing. And so yeah, at this point, President Wang will come. He'll say, "All right, let's go." And
Come on.
I grab a sausage from Tiger's pocket.
Oh, I'm bringing a full picnic basket to this meeting.
he's catering the meeting.
Yep.
I will snag a glass of some kind of wine on the way through.
It's not a bad idea.
Look, after the service that you did for the university in dealing with that unpleasantness, I greatly appreciate it, and I come to ask you to help again. Langdon is in some sort of trouble. That telegram is troubling to me, and so I can arrange your passage as far as Xi'an. And if you in Xi'an, you can find all of the outfit that you need for the voyage to Tunhuang. And he goes to his wall, and he pulls a painting open, and he turns some things, and he pulls out a bag of silver dollars, and he says, "This is the university's emergency fund, and this this will cover much of the expedition. I will see that the university reimburses you for any expenses above that you make.
I'm a spot hidden that combo. And I don't make it.
All right, yeah, there's a lot of numbers.
I'm going to make sure that I get a hold of the bag of silver dollars so that the kid doesn't get it.
We should split it so it doesn't stay in one place.
And
We'll deal with that.
so, when you get to, I'm going to start making some calls tonight to get things set up. I want you to plan to leave in 2 days. Tomorrow, I will. I'll let you know the setup that I've got ready for your voyage, and then you'll plan on meeting your ride. I'm probably gonna have to get a military escort. You'll plan on meeting your escort in Tiananmen Square in 2 days.
All right.
So the trip on camels, that will be from
Xi'an to Tunhuang.
Xi'an. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And from Xi'an is where the plains start to end, and you head up, and so motor car will be sufficient to get to Xi'an, and we'll do it much faster than that. There are still relatively good roads between here and Xi'an.
Oh, excellent.
So yes, please get some rest. I will work on these, and please, that is a tremendous amount of the university's money. So please guard it well.
Yeah, I can feel the weight of it. And
Yeah.
Like, whew.
Yeah, there are probably 200 silver dollars in there.
Ooh.
You know, it feels that's a big, chunky, crinkly, like loud bag.
Mm-hmm.
It might as well have dollar signs on it. Like
Right.
And
That's gotta be crazy heavy.
yes, it is very heavy. He'll say, if this were in a different part of the world, we could write you a check and you could draw funds at banks. But unfortunately, that's not how business is done here. So this is the best answer.
Well, when in Rome.
I would also suggest that you consider getting some funds in cash for this voyage as well, because again, credit will be non-existent. Barter and silver dollars are the rule of the day in inland China. All right. Well, we have much to do. Let's talk tomorrow. I'll come by at lunchtime. I'll have lunch brought here, and we can meet.
Lean over and just go, lunchtime.
I was going to say exactly the same. It's like, hey, free food.
Free deal.
Dingle, dangle, dangle.
He knows how to work you. All right. So you have the morning of the next day. If there's any sort of specific things that you want to buy for yourself.
I convinced Dr. Pops to buy me a gun.
Oh, no.
Spoken
What
with so much
kind of gun?
confidence.
Just any
He
kind.
buys you a pop gun.
Well, so I do want to get a lockbox for the cash.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So
Yeah, that's easy to get.
so lockbox. If you want a gun, I'll go get another gun.
All right. So
He's so excited.
so you're it's buying. This is a black market. This is going to be a black market buy. But
I take you to the best dealers
Yeah,
in
yeah.
town.
yeah. Tiger actually leads. He's like, no, this guy.
Yeah. I'd be like, I brought my dad.
And he's like, apparently Tiger has already picked out the gun. That he wants. The guy's like, oh, you're finally gonna buy it, and
Pay the
Please
man.
say it's a
Pay
huge
the
like
man.
45. Oh,
Take your
He can only fire it once, and then he breaks ribs.
take your arm right off.
I'm guessing it's a 22.
oh.
Yeah, whatever.
Not a. Something that
How
does
old?
something.
I have a
old?
22 as well.
How old is
so-
Tiger?
Yeah. I'm
13,
having 22
maybe
as
12.
well.
I don't know.
Oh,
Get
23.
a 38.
So what is the 22? A D8 or a D6?
It is a D6.
Okay.
I have a dare
Yeah,
injury.
I can hand you the.
It's
Oh, it's a
1d6.
game
There's
22.
the info on it.
Yeah. No, I have a derringer that I
And
keep
what's
because
your skill?
people try to
It's
get me.
firearm.
Yeah, it's firearm.
Yep.
Handgun.
Which
firearm.
is
Handgun,
20.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, the base is 20.
20, yeah.
So anybody else who wants to buy? Is anybody gonna get cash?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
cash.
gonna steal as much as I can.
Stealing from banks is a little.
No, I'm talking about like pickpocketing.
Oh, I see.
people.
All right, yeah.
Like if there's a fancy, because he said barter, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, watches and rings.
Yeah. Well, do we know? I mean, like we had how much cash we have,
Yeah.
and our spending level and all that kind of stuff. Do we have any idea how much stuff is going to cost when we go out?
So you two make me, let's say, education rolls.
Okay.
And then
32 is a hard success.
Great. Okay.
Psh, not indie.
All right.
Damn it.
So you have, you haven't really funded expeditions before, but you've gone on them, and you know that like this is 30 people. There are 2 mounts per person. There are pack animals. And if you decide to do it motor vehicle, it's more expensive because you need to carry fuel for 1,000 kilometers. And what happens if the cars break down?
Sure.
Yo.
And
That's what we have
so,
Eugene for.
you figure like that $200 silver dollar would be like the minimum.
Sure. Okay. I'll pass that along to the other people who I think might have some funds to draw from. You told me that I have like 400 cash.
Yeah.
So I'll probably, if I can, draw down like 300 of that, if that's like in a bank.
Yeah, the
Or-
bank.
or-
Yeah, you can. So in the legation, the foreign legation quarter, there's a British bank,
Okay.
and so you can go and you can like convert dollars to silver dollars. So that'll turn into about 600 silver dollars that you have.
Nice.
That is super heavy,
Yeah.
and so that's essentially luggage.
is there are like jewels good for barter or not really?
So
I
they're
was
good-
gonna ask if there's stuff like. I mean, we're going down a trade route.
Guns
Like-
are excellent for barter.
Or spices or things that are a little
Spices
lighter.
less so, just because. Guns are good because you can use them against the bandits, and they also are good for barter. Jewelry, yes, but bandits love jewelry. The barter is less used in the places where you're really worried about banditry. Now, apparently, you're going to have a military escort for at least part of this. So that's something.
So I have been on expeditions in desert areas before. I know this because I have desert survival.
Yeah. But in Egypt, which is a different thing.
Yeah, but it's still riding camels and such like. What kind of luggage would be used in that kind of travel?
So I mean, there's not a. Usually, it is loose wraps around the you're not putting like cases on the back of camels. Sometimes you'll hang them around the sides, but a lot of it's mainly saddlebags with loose stuff inside of them.
Okay.
We have mules too.
Wagons are a big part of it. There are these. They have small wagons that one mule will pull.
Okay. I want to touch base with Tiger actually. And see if I can find someone who would be selling luggage with like a false bottom that I can hide hide money in.
Okay. You can find that for $5 silver.
Okay.
You can get a thing like that. Yeah. And make me a credit rating roll.
Okay.
Yeah, 80. Didn't
All
make
right.
it.
Unfortunately, he's not sure that he can finish it by the time you're going to leave.
Would anyone be willing to second a reroll on
Yeah.
that? Just to try.
Do it.
We got plenty of inspiration.
We certainly do. There we go. 47 out of 60.
All right. So yeah, you'll get it. I have one right here.
Why? That's very lovely of you. Thank you so much.
So, do we need rope or anything
now-
like that? We're not gonna climb, right?
But just so you, you're not going to be able to put $600 in all of that false bottom,
Right.
Because that's like the silver dollars are like this,
Sure.
essentially, and so 600 of these, is going to fill up
Yeah.
a lot.
I mean, do we need to take all of that with us? I mean, that seems like
that's
a lot.
That's mine, but
Yeah, I mean, so the challenge. So you've. I mean, when you came here, you carried everything you owned with you.
Yeah.
So this is not that foreign to you, but it's a lot nicer to do this with money than it is to not do it with money. Because there were times where you were begging along that walk. There were times that you were that you were starving. As you made that walk. Because there's days or even weeks, especially up in the Mongolia part, where you're not near anybody. So the money wouldn't even help, really.
yeah.
You can't eat money.
So I'm gonna make sure that I get 2 pairs of boots and some changes of clothes and canteens and all that sort of expedition stuff.
None of you had a car, so there's no car. Because, cars, you'd want to get, a bunch of fuel and all this stuff.
sure.
But, okay, that's great. Yeah, you all, you'll all get basic equipment, that sort of thing.
Like
And
a
I'll
tent,
probably-
bedroll.
I'm gonna go and get a second 38 as
Okay.
well and load up on ammo.
Okay.
Does
Yeah, ammo.
is Hofang able to find good deals on cases of ammunition?
Yeah, you can get some ammunition. So you'll all have, you'll have plenty of what you feel
this
like
this is bartering ammunition. This is like secondary currency.
I see,
sort
okay.
of thing.
Yeah.
And soy sauce. A case of soy sauce. Just in case the problem follows us.
or we need some more food, substance. So.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, you get all. I mean, the trick is right now you're going to be traveling by car, and so luggage will be somewhat limited. In Siam, where you're putting your caravan together, that's probably where you want to do most of your shopping
Okay.
for big crates of stuff. But the problem you're running into is that here Tiger has connections
yeah,
here.
this is
Yeah.
you have to take advantage of it here.
so ironically-
I'll travel light up.
Maybe we
until
get a
get
second
there.
car?
I mean, you don't know what the military is going to
Yeah.
bring.
Yeah.
Truck.
I mean, this is as much as I can. This is kind of an oxymoron. As much as I can carry, which is going to be difficult,
Yeah.
but
So then we can convert some of our cash.
Yeah, to silver dollars.
2 to 1?
2 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
how does that?
So I'll have
How does
100.
what is my cash for like a 30 credit rating?
I think didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
It was, but it's like on a sheet on a computer. It's like on a
Oh, I
Word
see.
sheet, so
You have $50,
all right,
so you have 100 silver dollars.
okay.
All right, so I think I will only convert 200 into the 400
Okay.
silver dollars, so it's a little bit easier to carry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 500.
You've got everything you own with you.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
was
I'm
gonna
ready to
say-
go.
Me too. I'm gonna just get a second.
My change
bag.
of clothes.
Yep, I was supposed to say my butler's outfit.
Yeah, now that I've got this cool formal outfit,
My sleeping bag and a second bag for items that I
acquire.
acquire.
Nice.
Yes.
So you spend the morning dealing with all this, and you come to lunch, and the president is beaming, and when you come in, I'm thrilled. We have the imprimatur of the warlord. He has personally signed a letter, and he'll slide a letter forward. The guy's name is Win Pei Lei, and he is the current boss of Beijing. And basically the letter is like, these people are traveling under business for me. Do not disturb them. And he's like, this letter will make a big difference in your travels. Just show this to anyone who's giving you any sort of official trouble. from soldiers, and you should be able to get through. He's also arranged for 2 cars to meet you tomorrow at Tiananmen Square.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
very, very exciting. So I have wired ahead, and I have connected with what is the guy's name? I've connected with a provider in Xi'an. His name is Mihan. Mihan is the best outfitter. We've worked with him several times before. He is trusted and reliable. He'll only rob you overtly. So, which is the best you can ask for. And so when you head to Xi'an, head to Mihan, and he will put together the arrangements for your caravan. I think that is your course of action. I want you to leave tomorrow. You're going to be well. Actually, you're leaving tomorrow. The military will be there.
Right.
But I spent a little time this morning, and I wanted to just give you what I know about Langdon, so that you can. Have either of you met Langdon Warner?
No.
No, I was.
Okay.
I arrived after he left.
Yeah.
There are, of course, stories,
How
but
long ago was he university president?
5 years.
Okay, so I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I would have been 10.
Yeah. Well, he's an expert in Oriental art and Buddhist history. He was the first director of the School of Archaeology here. He's currently employed by the Fogg Museum of Harvard University, and he's testing some new method for preserving wall paintings out at the Cave of 1,000 Buddhas. So he's working on preservation there.
Oh.
I can't imagine what his. Again, I'm very disturbed by that telegram.
Yes.
And I just I want to warn you that the roads are dangerous, and there will be bandits, and the military escort will be quite useful
Yes.
in that regard. But
Will the military continue after Xi'an?
I don't know. The letter from Wu Pei Fu only Wu Pei Fu. The letter from the general Wu Pei Fu only goes to Xi'an.
Wen Pele?
Sorry, I said it wrong. It's Wu Pei Fu.
Good. I was confused there. I'm like, God, did the generals change?
And there's one more thing that I want you to have. And he pulls out a little wooden box. And he says, I had these made. And he opens it, and inside are little pennants of the flags of each of the country you come from. And he says, put these on the, fly these on the cars, off the back of the cars. And if the bandits see that there are Westerners, they're more likely to leave you alone. There's no flag for you. So there's an English flag, an American flag, a Russian flag, and
American flag.
American flag, yeah. And he says, if these are on the cars, it's less likely the bandits will bother you. It will hopefully discourage them. This is a little gift to you.
I
Yeah,
look at the flag.
It is the Soviet flag for sure.
It's just like, that is not the flag of my homeland.
Oh, I see. I couldn't find a Tsarist flag. I'm
Well,
It is
all's
okay.
we'll have to do.
It is okay.
So, you, please, if you need anything from the library, feel free. But rest up and be prepared to leave tomorrow morning.
thank you very much.
Right. Library.
Yes.
He looked at them when he said that, but I'm gonna go grab a book on feng shui. So I.
There you go.
Some light evening reading.
Ooh.
yes.
I'm gonna go folklore. Like,
Yeah. So one of the things that will happen during this game, because we're going to be, Indiana Jones redline traveling over really long distances, is we're going to have what are called investigator improvement phases, where you'll get a chance to improve, kind of like we used to do with the boats, but a little different.
Right.
But you'll have a chance during those to advance skills. So
Land boat phases.
So what you're saying is find books that are about different skills that we might want
I mean,
to improve?
we can hand wave that part. It could be as easy as, somebody, history, so you're going to teach history to somebody. We're going to talk history.
Right.
That'll give you the rule.
I do want to look up.
Anthropology, yes.
Yeah, I do want to look up like local medicinal
Herbs and stuff?
herbs and stuff.
Okay,
you know.
yeah.
Oh, medicine might have good trade value.
Yeah.
It's
That
true.
might be a
Ooh, we could
good
steal some drugs. I mean, buy some drugs.
Or just
buy drugs through
Yeah.
whole things.
Okay.
I think I could find some drugs at the office. I am gonna
Oh,
yeah, I
you
am
go
gonna
into a village, you spread syphilis, and then you're like, oh, I've got the.
it's fun all the way around.
Wow. You get them coming and going.
So desert survival, and that's something we might want to look at.
So I have 20 in desert survival, and finding a book on that sort of thing
Yeah,
would be
sure, yeah.
probably
Yeah,
useful to boost that up for me.
Yeah, 30 in survival, so you can take it for things.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So if you have desert, like if it's specifically a desert thing, then you're going to need a hard success or something versus something like that. So you all can get some books. They pull out, like the library realizes they're never getting these books back, so they're not giving you the good stuff.
No, that's fine. I'm
You're getting like
I'm
the
looking-
Frommer's Guide to desert survival.
If I write things in my notebook,
Yeah.
and I give them back the books.
You finish picking up some of the stuff that you were gonna get. You abscond with some drugs from your
Yep.
office. Make me a luck roll.
We were also looking up just native medicines.
Yeah.
Stuff that they.
That's gonna be a negative. Let's see.
Yeah,
that's a-
I'm gonna go for it again because we need
Oh, you
drugs.
could have pushed it. Nothing bad could have happened.
I
from
can't
pushing
read
it.
these dice.
Sorry.
Push it.
Oh,
That's a 10.
that's a 10, and that's a 7, which is
17.
17, which is not hard, but it's a regular.
All right, yeah.
Good luck.
So yeah, you managed to grab some, you fill your little black bag full
All right.
of stuff.
I also want, first aid stuff and regular
Yeah,
doctor
you're
stuff.
taking some out to get more drugs in there,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
sure, yeah.
Is there morphine and cocaine?
Absolutely.
What about
Wonderful.
Do we get
Yeah.
any luck back? For that being.
If you do things like help soldiers that are,
I'm bringing some
whoa.
good soap with me.
Speaking
It's gonna be dirty out there.
speaking of great karma, everyone should wear a hat. Yes, I see you have a hat. That inspired me, a wide brim hat, because we will be out in the sun.
it's true.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
you've
I have
got-
a-
you've got
Yeah, I have like a whole
bold-
set of desert expedition clothes.
Oh, I'll have to
loose khaki
talk to you
outfit.
about that. Cool.
Oh, I can show you.
So-
I
but
buy
again,
a hat for.
Sion is not
Tiger.
like the travel to Sion will not be desert travel.
Right.
And you'll be in a car.
I'll get a hat. I'm assuming that's all stuff.
Yeah, stuff we can get there. I'm bald. I want a hat.
Well, and I can show all of you what I used for various Egyptian expeditions for time out in the desert. So I can give you an idea of what you'll likely need out in the desert.
Brilliant.
No heat exhaustion, please.
So yeah, you tie up loose ends and that sort of thing.
I also want to see if I can get a book that's similar to what he was talking about in his talks about like different points along the Silk Road, different like points of
Could we get his book?
different points of history, different points of lore, and anything like that I would be able to abscond with from the library.
Who grabbed Journey to the West?
Yeah,
I want that. I really do.
So you can,
Can we ask?
yeah,
Can we
Journey
ask
to
him?
the
I
West
talked to
is
him.
like Journey to the West is like a paperback. Hero.
Sure. So I'll definitely get a copy of that because I mean
Journey along Silk
it is
Road.
highly mythologized, but it's like there's also interesting
Yeah,
information
there's a lot
in
of
that.
well, and it gives you a good sense of kind of what it was like back then, which is a different view. You can find a copy of Mr. Baz's Wine's book. Yeah.
Road to Travel? Is that,
Yeah.
Yes.
I would actually like. Feel that.
Again, it's a coffee table book, so it's mainly photos, but they're lovely.
Because that's what he does.
They're beautiful.
So yeah, you get all this stuff together, and then the next morning you're all at Tiananmen Square, and there are two kind of familiar gray sedans waiting for you. They split you up into two cars. Each car has a driver, and then in the passenger seat is a soldier with a rifle.
Riding shotgun.
And then you can all sit. You can split up however you want, and you drive out of Beijing. And fairly quickly, you after about an hour, you're now into land that you haven't seen before, and it starts to become like rolling hills. Still pretty green, but very nice. And you make your way along, and the two guys, the soldiers that are driving you, are only slightly older than Tiger. Like these are like 16-year-old kids.
Oh.
And the road is bumpy, but you're really not like top speed is like 20 miles an hour on these roads with these cars. And so you figure it's going to be 3 days to Xi'an, which is about 1,000 kilometers. And you pass out of the Beijing area, and you start to head towards Xi'an. There's you can't really see them, but the book has some just amazing photos of like the Chinese of like from the 20s of like the Chinese hill landscape and all that stuff. Super cool, very well done. So the first day, wonderful, and you camp. The soldiers sleep in the car, but you have all basic camping stuff, and so you camp out there. One of the soldiers is always awake. They are keeping a watch, and the soldier who's awake is keeping the fire going all night.
Does it make sense to also?
They have better guns than we do.
They can wake us up.
Yes.
I mean, I'll stay up as late as I can, and still, even knowing how much sleep I'll need, I'll.
And can we talk to the soldiers at all? Will they talk with us?
Sure, yeah.
No, 'cause I'd love to ask them, how they got into the army and just what they've done so far.
These little boys?
Yeah, they're super excited they have rifles.
Yeah.
They're like, like one of them, like every once in a while will just shoot out the window, and he'll be like, "I saw a bunny, I saw a rabbit," or something,
Yes.
So they're not. I would like to do some rifling.
Yeah, they're
Rifling.
You wanna, like so like this 6-year-old kid is like, "I'll show you how to use a rifle," and he's he's pretty good. He's definitely gone through some basic training and stuff like that, so he's very good with it.
Oh, good.
And then with my 65 in handgun and my my revolvers, now 2 of them, I go quick draw.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, he's impressed. Like that, the flashy stuff is like they're like, "Oh wow, oh cowboy."
Yeah, that's a good word.
And so it is now, it is late September. And so it's starting to get, like, at night it's chilly, for sure. During the day it's pretty comfortable. And the second day you come to a roadblock. And there are a number of bedraggled soldiers wearing the same gray uniform as these guys. And the front car, like the soldier will like hold up his hand to signal the back car, and they stop. Who's in the front car?
I can bear.
Yeah.
All right, all right, you two are in the front car. The soldier in shotgun gets out, and he goes up to talk to the people. And about 5 minutes later, he comes back and he says in not very good English, letter.
Oh, yes.
I'll pull it out of my bag and hand it to him.
Okay. And he'll go up and he like holds the letter like this in somebody's face. You in the front, both of you make me spot hidden rolls.
69. Nice, but not a success.
I'm gonna-
45 success.
All right.
Isn't it just called spot?
Because it's all hidden. So you would notice
Yes.
that these soldiers are not like the boys that are. These guys are lean and bedraggled and hungry. And they are like, they're definitely giving some attitude to this kid who's not quite sure how to handle it.
And rations to give them?
Soy
I was
sauce.
thinking that.
Cocktail wieners.
The kid made a roll, so the kid is standing up to them pretty well.
Some rations to give them,
Why?
so they let us pass.
The letters should let us pass.
So you guys in the back, the guy in your shotgun he's like now he's leaning out of the window looking ahead, and he says to the driver, looks like he jokes, looks like an extortion.
What do they want? What's valuable to these guys?
Money, food.
Well, Dr. Pops, what do you... I start pulling out paper
Cans of
money,
cocktail
cans
wieners.
of cocktail wieners. that was
They're,
nothing.
they're still under the jurisdiction of the general, right?
Nominally, but I mean, there's not there's not a formal reprimand system that is going to
Well, no, but it would be the informal reprimand.
Well,
That would
sure.
be the,
Yeah. And I mean, yes, technically the letter should open this gate right away. It is not opening this gate right away.
So if you pull out some cans of cocktail weenies,
Yes, I have a few.
I'll grab those and give them to the
All right, so
Yeah,
you take
soldier.
all. So you had, let's say, 5
Yeah.
cans of cocktail weenies, and you take all 5 up there.
I'll head up there.
Have the
Alright.
soldier do
Five,
it. Have the
wow.
soldier do
And
it.
you go up there, and there. So this soldier,
soldier
make
do
a
it.
Chinese roll.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna, but I'd also have to get and walk up there. So.
Oh no, what is this number?
90.
Oh, it's 39. That's too much to spend luck on.
Do you need another roll?
Sure, I'll get it.
Yeah,
on
we
a
got
roll.
it.
Do you need someone who speaks Chinese?
Yes, yes. I look back and I'm like,
All right, if you just wave me up, I'll come up and.
that's a 90. That's a
98.
98.
All right. Yeah. So you wave back to him, and you come up, and you're pretty sure you know how to say cocktail weenie in Chinese,
No.
but you do not know how to say cocktail weenie in Chinese.
Does my face just go red?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
You basically come up and you're saying something awful about these guys' mother.
Oh!
and then I
and,
offer
then,
up.
and then you hold out cans of cocktail weenies.
You're just saying.
I'm gonna try and run in there and properly pronounce.
So the kid, looks back at you and just goes, "No," and takes a step back as these guys all brandish their rifles, and you come running up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to pronounce it correctly, and I'm trying to laugh it off.
All right, make me a Chinese roll. Oh, that looks good. That looks good.
96.
Yeah.
I reiterate what he
Oh,
said.
yes. No.
It's one of those things where I just heard it, so it just slips out.
No. He meant your father too.
And Gwendolyn just puts it.
No, you
yeah.
have wiener the size of cocktails.
Yeah. You come up and you're like, let me, and you come up and everyone looks.
Oh
at you
no,
like,
I'm
oh,
rushing.
he's-
This is no. This
You come
is
running
not-
up and you're like, no, syphilis. Wow.
Well, I don't come running up. But
Yeah, that's
have
true.
to remember.
You come loping up. So yeah, these guys,
frantic hobble.
their rifles are now leveled at all of you, and the soldier with the letter he says in Chinese to them, "You don't want to do this," and the soldier so you're left in the car alone now.
Yeah.
He is looking up and he's going what's going on? Why have they drawn guns?
Well, I was shouting as I ran up to. So he might
Your
have-
driver turns around and he says, "You might want to get down," and he
Yeah.
pulls his pistol out.
Oh, yeah.
I am On the floorboards.
On the floor.
Your driver is not that nice. He's just like
No, I'm in the front seat. Like, what is happening?
you blind over, and you're like.
There's no shotgun here.
And yeah, they are whoever the leader of these haggard-looking soldiers is, in very broken English, just goes money.
I set down the cocktail weenies, and then just pull the coat back, revealing the 2 revolvers.
I step to the side.
We're about to lose our doctor.
Whoa! I made a sanity roll for them, and it did not go well. A shot rings out. You are
Their shit is lost, is what I
yeah.
feel.
yeah. Oh man! I said I was going to use 1 inspiration.
Oh!
I rolled a 50. I need to roll less
on.
than that.
96.
Fumbles.
56. I rolled an Amy.
Yes.
So a rifle, just like a cloud of dust by your feet, and like almost like the start of an XCOM fight. Like one shot happens, and then everybody suddenly breaks to find cover.
Yeah.
So there's like 5 seconds of like scrambling as everyone just scrambles to cover. And so there are, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 of these soldiers behind this little blockade, and they've all got rifles leveled. And the gunner who was with you two is like, behind the car! And he's like running back.
Given my speed, though, what's
It's
the
not great.
closest cover?
You think you can make it to the back of the car, but you're not sure.
Is there something? Yeah, if there's something closer, I'm not gonna.
You can make me a luck roll.
Do it.
I know.
I
Yes, you might find a
I got an 18 and my luck is 85.
There is
so.
a serendipitous rock outcropping right
There
on the
we-
side of the road
yeah.
that is just enough for you.
There we go.
So we're gonna go to initiatives.
Oops.
Wow. Okay.
This is glorious.
Did not expect this.
You're starting combat at 9?
I know.
God.
It'll be over
He
pretty soon.
started combat. Let's be clear here. Who started
I
this?
love that. I'll show them the tour of hello, angry soldiers that I've insulted. Look at my gun.
It would have only been better if he had just really firmly resaid the cocktail weenie phrase.
Let me say it louder and slower, so you'll
Your
understand.
mother.
Wieners at cocktails.
And also your father.
I think your highest is like a 70.
Tiger goes first.
Yeah.
Dex is
Oh, that's right. You got a
75.
crazy
Yeah, I've
dex.
got a 90, but
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
dumb.
Yeah, I got 75. I'm high.
Oh, you know what? Since we entered combat, we can shout out bits.
All
We've
right,
got
yeah.
Neat.
name brand for Tiger to steal the car and leave them
I was
stranded.
thinking about it. I was seriously gonna like step on the guy's foot.
I'm gonna put this halfway between
yeah,
you and I.
I might be doing some evasive. I may be getting my driving skill soon.
It's my, you know what? That's also my favorite beverage.
Name brand.
Name brand.
It's pretty good stuff.
Did you get the other one
Cragmont.
from Name Brand? Because there were 2.
Looks like there were 2. I didn't scroll back far enough.
You can also look up here. See?
Up here,
Yeah,
up
there's 2.
here. I mean, up here it actually says that it's 4 times.
It was 500 for G. Get that bag.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Gee, you've got a fan.
I know.
Ask for it by name.
Yep.
All my
I
soy
also
sauce and
can get
ammo
there.
is in that car.
I want to get. I'm gonna get my cocktail wieners back.
There you go. That's what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna pick up my cocktail wieners on my way back down.
You're gonna like
back to
swing the
town.
car right through, lean out through the open door, grab him, and then take off.
Just don't.
So 90, yeah, you are clearly going first. You are in the front seat of the car next to your driver, who your driver's kind of just confused,
Well, I don't think
As we
confused
all
after
are.
hearing gunfire.
Yeah.
It's-
well, yeah. Once the shot went off, your driver like hunkers down, and he looks at you and he says, "Get down."
Okay, get ready to go.
What? No.
What do you mean no?
Well, actually, wait. Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say. What do you mean no? We're gonna.
He rolled an odd 1.
Okay.
Wow.
We can't leave these nice people behind.
Now we
I
can use
just-
inspiration on that.
Come on, the parent sharks rolled a not one. It's
Yeah.
meant to
It's
be.
awesome.
This guy is he's pulling out his pistol. He looks a little too excited about the idea of a fight.
Okay, so I tell him, I was like, all right, that's fine. Leave the car running. Open the door and get out behind the door.
Boy,
Roll persuade.
I will,
there
my
you go. Yeah,
friend.
you're
I make it. I
all right.
just
Yeah,
make it.
he's like, that's a great idea.
I know. Get a better
Yes.
angle on him.
And he'll leave the car running.
Slide straight into the driver's seat.
All right, there you go.
I'm ready
All right,
for
that's
action.
90s, I think 70 is the next.
75.
75, yeah. So your driver you both have slunk down in your seat,
Oh, yeah,
and you
yeah.
heard a gunshot go off, and you saw everyone break for cover.
Oh, well, I'm staying where I am right
Okay.
now. I don't have a lot.
All right, you are well,
Yes.
hopefully this car is good steel workmanship. You really got to shoot this thing to get in there. 70s, 60s. All right, on a 60, your soldiers go. God, dog it. The guy with the letter is just like he's like behind. He's at the end of the car, huddled with you, and he's just like waving the letter, and he's just like, "You don't want to do this," which does not seem particularly. Unfortunately, you see the driver of the second car get out with his pistol and just walk forward, bam, just shooting it almost not like he's just like, I'm gonna take.
What?
Ought to.
Oh!
He just like bam. He just shoots one of the guys right between the eyes.
Holy crap.
As he's just like walking forward, just blam.
Can we keep that one?
Maybe you should get back in the car.
I know my backup character.
Terminator guy.
Wow.
And he's not taking cover. He's not. He's just like walking forward.
He's about to get riddled.
Or he's just gonna walk.
Yeah. Walk through the bullets.
Yeah.
And the other rifle guy he doesn't want to shoot. He's echoing what the guy with the lead. He's like, no, you don't want to do this. This is stupid. We can all just pass. We have money. Please stop. But the time for that is sadly past. That was 60s.
55.
55.
55.
We'll start with you.
Do I have a clear shot at anyone?
They're behind. So you'll have a penalty die
All right.
on the shot. But
Do they also have penalty dice against us if we're behind the car?
yep.
Yeah, all right. I'll take a shot.
Oh, is there a?
Yeah.
That's a 90.
That's a 98.
I thought it was
All right.
88 for a
So
second.
you pull out your gun. This is the one you just bought.
Oh,
you
no.
pull it out, and you just hear a. Shouldn't make that noise. There was some sort of horrible grinding noise from in there. You're gonna need to make a handgun check just to clean it and to get it out.
All right.
So yeah, you like pop up, and then you pop back down.
Good thing you have two of them.
Yeah.
55.
I'm going to reach through a slight cut in the side of my skirt and pull out my 22 handgun, and it's basically like a holdout pistol for me,
Right.
really more than anything, and like turn so I can look up through the window from where I'm huddled on the floorboards. It's like, no, I'm not a fighter.
I'm happy to not go out there.
I'm going to stay right here, and if anyone comes to me, then I will shoot at them. But otherwise, I am perfectly content to stay right here.
Yeah. All right. So 50s, the bad guys are going to. They're kind of scared of Terminator guy. So two
As
of
they
them
should be.
are going to shoot at Terminator guy. That's a miss. That is not a miss.
Uh-oh.
Terminator guy. Sorry, I'm not going to roll the parrot sharks for his dodge. I just rolled an +1. Terminator guy is like just
It's like the Matrix going on here.
He shoots the bullet out of the air.
There it is.
wow.
No, catches it in his teeth.
This
Spits it
kid,
out.
in the way that only a 16-year-old boy can, is just like, I am a golden god. And he doesn't even dodge. He just like stares at the guy. And the guy like shoots away. Just like,
Does that guy have a penalty die on trying to shoot him now?
I think so, yeah. I think
Wow.
so.
Sand checks are in order.
Yeah, really. Terminator guy might end this. Let's see. Nope, they're keeping their sand for now, but if another one goes down.
Come on, Terminator boy.
And then 2 are just going to shoot at the car. They have a penalty die.
We're allowed to use inspiration on Terminator guy, right?
Sure.
Seconded. I will second that.
Yeah.
If my brother, I don't know if my brother watches this, but Terminator guy, we would paint Warhammer minis, and you could buy the plastic Space Marines and have different things, and we just made one that was just a single bolter, just like this, and standing straight. No, the rest are all hunched down,
Yeah.
and we called him Terminator guy. And every time he died, we'd replace one of the other. Terminator guy was always on the field.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So the guys behind the barricade all miss. That was sad. All right, we'll close it out here.
Jeez, I don't
You
want
are
to give away
behind-
my location, but there's also rocks, and I'm wondering if I can throw a rock behind there to distract them and just put them on.
Sure,
edge.
make me a throw roll.
Oh yeah, that's.
Didn't you
Throw?
put points in throw?
I maxed it out. I'm worried I might kill one of them.
Didn't you take climb? I thought you put points in climb.
No.
Somebody put
I
points in
did.
climb, I thought.
I
I
did.
think I did too.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Wow, all right, yeah.
I make
so
it.
yeah, you wing this rock over their head, and the guy who is freaked out by Terminator guy is only too happy to be like, I'm gonna go see what that is. And he just disappears. He is ready to not be involved with whatever this is. All right, back to the top of the lineup. You are now sitting. Make me a size roll.
Okay.
Just get a bag and put it. Oh no, because then you can't reach the pedals. How is
That's
this
the
gonna
problem
work?
that I really was having.
Well,
as
let's
I'm
see.
If only I'd left my cane in the car.
Yes, there you
No,
go.
I'm 10 off.
All right, so yeah, you are not tall enough to reach the pedals, and you can maybe see right through the steering wheel and
Okay.
extend all the way to get to the pedals.
Is there any way that I could potentially offer, pull around and offer Terminator guy some cover?
And hopefully
Don't-
not run him over.
Run him over. Don't hit Terminator.
What's your
guy.
drive auto?
like the standard?
All right, so you
Yikes.
Yikes.
so not being able to you're
It's
gonna
gonna be super slow, and I'm when you're so it's my little leg is like this, and I'm like this trying to look out the door.
All right, make me a drive roll.
Oh boy, here
See,
we go.
here's what you have to do. You have to, with the door open, break it off something by going in reverse. Then you can hit that, and you can see.
Oh my God!
No, I'm
That is
gonna,
not
I'm
a
gonna,
fumble.
I'm gonna inspire that.
All right.
Why?
Yeah.
So she can fumble?
Yes.
You know what? We're gonna use that conditional
Okay.
inspiration because you stole the car.
77. It's not.
All right, it's better.
Yeah.
So you you
The car just goes left.
you start to lurch forward.
Just hit the car in front of you.
and you and the soldier look back as the car behind you just lurches once forward, and then you see G go and start to back up as he gets it in gear. And so you are slowly backing up,
Okay.
and you're gonna try and pull around
Yep.
and
Oh, you are stripping the gears.
Like this horrible grinding sound.
All right.
I'm coming.
75.
Yes, I am inspired. And I'm gonna pull out my Derringer. I have one that's also in my thing. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, you out of your window, you see Terminator guy just with this beatific smile on his face, and just blam, blam, shooting in slow motion, and he is just
inspired.
slowly walking forward. All right, 60s are the good guys. So
You say that as he walks by the guy with the letter, he takes it out of his other hand and he walks forward with that.
Nice, yeah. He's like, you really should have read this. Terminator guy is gonna try and shoot another one.
Come
Terminator
on.
guy doesn't have penalty dice.
Come on.
That's 26. That is a hard success. So Terminator guy is gonna do
Max damage.
Max.
Damage.
So he does a D8. How many hit points did this guy? Not 8. All right, he kills another Terminator. It's blam.
Wow.
Let's make on their initiative. We'll make a sand roll for them. The guy behind the thing with you with the rifle, who just lost his letter, is like, okay, and he shoots. Wow, even with a penalty die, he shoots a guy.
and cheering.
We're keeping those weenies.
The power.
I am the
Write that
prize.
down. That's so
We're
good.
keeping the weenies, yes.
We have our next episode.
This is literally all because you didn't want to share a cocktail.
This is the cocktail weenie massacre. See?
There's an
This is-
episode. The Cocktail Weenie Massacre is a good episode.
That's
Of
hard to beat.
19
On the plus
23.
side, you seem to be on the right side of massacre right now.
Yes.
You know, I like being on that side of massacre.
That's also a good episode title. And Rifle Guy shoots one. How many hit points did he have?
This combat
Huh?
is fast.
He drops another one, and the one that's left goes, okay, you can pass. And he like pulls the roadblock open, and he's just like looking at the devastation around. And Terminator Guy goes, we can. Blam!
I want to be
Please say the one that I threw the rock to distract still lives.
Yeah, that guy fled.
Oh.
I might want
Wow,
to be in a
Ryoga's on the
different
field.
Yeah, I might want to be in a different car. My driver scares me a little bit.
I'm terrified.
Terminator Guy walks back to the car, licking his gut.
Are you gonna make us make sand checks now?
Might not be bad.
Yeah.
No, he is. That is like.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Like, you have birthed a psychopath.
Yeah.
I'll make a sand check for this.
I didn't see it.
36.
No.
You're
no.
okay with that.
I'm fine, but
You
I'm-
created
To me,
Yeah,
you look
sorry.
beatific, so
Are
I.
you just like, yes, my creation?
Get in, sweetheart.
no.
That
I
is
did
one
not-
point of sanity
Yeah.
from seeing the sick look. You watch him execute this guy.
Wow.
And just turn around with a smile on his face.
That's the
Yeah.
kicker.
And Terminator Guy, who now has decided he's in charge, it's like, load up.
Yeah, I
You scoop up.
hop forward, get the sausages.
Yes, sir.
He comes back and he looks at you and he goes, "You're in my seat."
I literally, instead of just moving over, I jump into that seat. I'm like, bloop.
No, thank you.
I gotta grab a rifle on my way.
It is going
Sure,
to be
yeah.
a very quiet, uncomfortable drive.
In the back car, yes. Although Terminator Guy is just like, I feel alive. Woo! Yeah. Oh.
Making up a rock song, years before that was a thing.
He's like, oh, that's the first time I've ever shot anyone. That was great. Oh, that was amazing.
I just have like the dial-up sound happening in my head right now.
Oh, you don't have to deal with it. You're
No,
in the
me,
yeah,
car.
me, the player, is getting the dial-up
He
sound.
spent, like, the rest of the drive, it's not until you camp for the night that he kind of comes down a little.
Ooh, okay.
Where he's just on a high, and he's just like, I'm not sure I can die.
Oh, Jesus.
Is this what being a god is like? He's just like, yeah, he's a
Yikes.
psychopath.
Oh, wow.
We need to trade cars.
Yeah, yes, we do.
We'll draw lots.
So you it starts to the third day. You're gonna get to Sion probably mid late afternoon, and it is raining. There's been since this morning. There's just been a constant, steady drone of rain, and
The heavens are weeping.
Crying for the innocence of Terminator Boy.
you slowly, in front of you, in the front car, you see the walls of a great city in front of you. And, the timing means it has to be Sion. And the driver will say, there's Sion. And, is Terminator Boy getting bits now?
No.
And
He should.
you,
Good idea.
No, not anymore. He's had too much.
there's a line to get in the city. Terminator guy's like, give me the letter.
I think you still have it.
Oh yeah.
Gets out,
Yeah.
and
We didn't dig it back
he
from
walks
him.
all the way up the line.
Oh no, he drives. He just he's
He
like,
pulls the side. Yeah, he's like, he pulls ahead, and he's driving like on the side. Like people who are leaving the city are like swerving around him.
Is our guy following?
Your guy is a little uncomfortable with all. He's like,
We gotta follow him.
Does this car have oh shit bars?
All the three of us in the backseat are all like,
We've got to follow him.
No. I'm gonna wait in line.
All right.
This is. I don't know that guy.
But he does seem a little odd.
But he does have our paperwork.
Who?
Oh.
Oh man! All right, I just rolled a 98. He's like, no, we're staying here. This is safer.
I'm sure he'll come back for us.
As we're like, whoa.
Yeah. He's driving actually. He's like above 20 miles an hour and so he very quickly gets to the front, and like the guys at the gate are just like standing in front of him like this, and he gets out. He like slides the car to the side, skidding in the mud, and he gets out and he just takes the letter, and he just like puts it in the guy's face, and he's like, "You'll let us in now." By order of the general. And the guard like looks at this, and the guard's like, well, you should really wait your turn.
can we hear this?
Yeah.
We're all just like,
We're trying to watch.
Yeah, just look at the guy like,
I'll make a spot hidden roll. All right, the guy looks at you and he's like,
just let us in.
I'll try and mouth the. I'll try and like. I don't want to. Careful. No, it's mouth psychopath in Chinese. As well as I can. Like,
I'm like,
let us through. Danger.
it's
like
very
danger,
hard to
danger.
mouth a tonal language. Chinese Sign Language is super cool because it indicates the tones.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Because so much, like for instance, so the reason that 4 is bad luck is because it sounds so much like the
Like
word
death.
for death.
Yeah.
And so, like, especially to Western ears, but like, it's just this tiny little tone different. You know, it's like the difference between "s" and "s."
So if I point at him and hold up like.
Actually?
The guy's like, everything seems to be in order here. Why don't let me clear the lane for you? And yeah, you guys get inside. And about an hour later,
That's fine. I'm taking a nap. The,
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
the sound of the rain on the car is very soothing.
Terminator guy's just like, come on.
I'm gonna. If you are feeling excited, I have something here that might calm the nerves. I'm going to.
Okay.
No. I'm sure I've got just a
A sedative.
yeah.
give him a morphine cookie.
The equivalent
No cookies.
the equivalent of like a Sudafed. You know, just something to make him a little tired. I don't know if I have anything that's like an allergy medicine.
He like looks at you and says, I don't need anything from you.
Okay.
I crack open the sausages and go, are you sure?
Got the power of the cocktail we need.
That's a sentence.
That's a sentence.
Denty Moore, get at us.
You're just gonna reignite
he's
him.
the
Don't do
Froman
it.
brand.
I'll throw him in.
That's gonna be a trigger for this guy for the rest of his life.
The smell of cocktail we need drives him
Someone
into
has to die.
That's like his override code is that smell.
And so you have basically parked in a little park on the side, about a block away from the entrance, and they make it in. We have we're about to end for tonight, but we have a cool map of Sion here. Because you're going to be here for a little bit. And I also have, before we end tonight, let's get our professional voice actor to read us what you know about Sion. This is common knowledge for everybody.
Sion was once the beginning of the Silk Roads of old, an ancient city and formerly a thriving metropolis. It was also known as the Rome of Asia. The Silk Roads wound their way from Sion up through the Kansu corridor, a long, narrow passage that leads from central China to the west via Central Asia. Of note along the Kansu corridor are the towns of Sushu, where rhubarb was first cultivated, and the twin gates that allow passage through the Great Wall of China in the excellent Valley Pass. As this is not an area frequently visited by foreigners, there is little outside knowledge of it beyond that, although it is known that many Russian refugees fled this way after the Russian Civil War erupted in 1917. It is also infamous for the banditry carried out by soldiers loyal to the various local warlords.
Which you have now experienced firsthand. And I put a copy of this map of the Kansu corridor in the Discord, so folks can check that out. But we're going to end tonight as you come together. It's almost dark in Sion, and you will find you a hotel and probably a backup hotel, knowing you a lot.
And a backup hotel.
Next episode. So that's going to be the end of the episode.
Before we even get to wrapping up, Tamago Toro with 500 bits for Terminator Guy.
Terminator Guy has bits.
For specifically so that the Terminator Guy gets some explosives.
I too like to live dangerously.
Terminator Guy has become a fan favorite.
So we will tally these up.
We're putting. I spent my one though. Let the record show.
So that is our dynamite for this arc.
It looks like 7 on the
So
table.
how many do you have,
I have
over
5.
there?
So,
I'm guessing. I mean, look, like
3
we
over
weren't going to
here.
do it. Don't count the.
No, I'm just
yeah.
putting-
9,
Like
10,
we weren't going to do a
11,
giveaway for Nat 1 anyway.
12.
But we might have
Right.
just triggered another one.
Yeah, yes. We're going to trigger another giveaway for Natural 1.
So you awesome people have made Monday even more exciting, and Bo, you're welcome. That's a little gift for you. Have a great show. That's a gift from us to you to tell you to have a great show. So we thank you so much, everybody, for the bits. That's crazy, and for the chat, which, given how Thomas was chuckling and typing, I'm guessing was awesome, and for coming along with this journey. It's awesome to have you. And let's see, our quotes from this time are, no, I don't have syphilis. Let's go burn down a house, which I really like. So we definitely don't want to open the body bag. Someone else is going to die. That's the downside. Maybe we should just go to dinner, which I kind of like as an episode title. Total misnomer of the... you people have the cleanest garbage. I got to hit somebody with a book. Yeah, I have a dream. Indoor plumbing. He was overpowered by a baby. I've got a 90 and I'm not stupid. All my sauce and ammo was in that car. And then the weenie triumvirate here. We're keeping those weenies. The Cocktail Weenie Massacre, which almost has to be the episode.
Yeah.
yeah. Although I wonder about the word massacre for YouTube.
And give him a morphine cookie. Outstanding. Yeah. So don't forget, we have Monday, Nat 1, back here in studio with new faces. I think new faces, right?
New face?
Yeah, new face. Bo's had some work done. So new folks, but also a lot of your old familiar friends. I think we actually budgeted for another accent, so Sen will be around. That's exciting. And then Tuesday, the Chaos Agents with the same faces that there's only so much work you can do, really. Let's be honest. And then Wednesday, a new episode of Redacted Reports, and then we're back Saturday. That's a lot of entertainment right there. That's like 12 hours.
That's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
If you're helping make that happen.
Yeah. It is.
It is, and it is a marvel that I get to show up and not do a thing and play this game and all this lighting and all this cool stuff. It's fantastic. I think do we have anything else we need to? No, you guys are awesome. And
Thank you, Patron.
what are we at? We're probably at like 70% in Tavern Upkeep now.
69?
Are you serious?
Ding.
Yes.
Well, there's
69.
Nice.
There we go. Just so we can say it on stream.
Clearly.
It's 68.
Quick.
No, I refuse to accept
Yeah.
that.
That's right. It'll be 69 on Monday for
Much
sure.
less funny. All right.
It's almost funny.
Goodbye, internet friends. Oh, stick around for Last Call of Cthulhu
Obviously.
For patrons.
for patrons.